Boom! Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the most, Mark Saint, and every morning I get up and I'm blessed to be alive. And this morning is no different. Wild hair, don't care. I'm talking about intentions. And this is what it comes down to. Last night, I had a conversation with the girl that was slagging off, and she was mad that she got judged. And I said, "How can you be mad? You're the one that went into the area and got drunk and started making out with some random dude, didn't do your research, and then got filmed. Someone filmed her making out with the dude, almost fucking on the couch, and they sent it to his girlfriend. She was like, I didn't know. And I'm like, that's because you just met him an hour ago and you started almost fucking him in public, and now you're shocked. You're honestly shocked. Well, that's why we have to talk about your intentions. So this morning motivation, while I roll this joint, is to talk about intentions, because most motherfuckers ain't being honest. For example, one of the girls was using me. She just needed someone to talk to, pretend to be in front of my face, and then it was sometimes to be a real friend. Disappeared, wasn't a friend anymore, definitely wasn't in my face, and turned about and did an about face. And I was wondering to myself out loud, what was your intentions? What are your intentions? Because my intentions weren't to fuck you, and I'm sure that all these other guys, that's exactly what they want to do. But how many people are actually going to admit what their true intentions are? And that's why I have to have this conversation. We got Black Cat. Look. I saw you sneaking. Let's see if this cat comes in. But that's what it happened. So last night, the one girl that's like, sends me a picture of the food she's eating in the beach, and who needs boyfriends? Well, apparently you do, because you're the one downloading Bumble, trying to hook up with all the boys. And then all of a sudden it came down to the boy that bought her a drink at the bar, or the boy that she really liked. She went home with the boy she really liked, and the poor dude that bought her the drink ended up having to stand off to the side. And I felt really bad for the situation, but I'm glad I got my hat out of the circle, because it was just like that. You're only going to get what you really, really want. And you're only going to get whatever energy you put into it. And there's a lot of people that are putting in subversive energy, talking about like, oh my God, my dad died and this is the anniversary. And I'm like, well, what does that have to do with you putting your legs in the air and letting some dude practically hump you in public? She didn't want to hear the answer. She literally walked away from me, said, I just can't. I just can't handle the truth. And what I've been learning this morning, especially with the red pill community, was that women are afraid of the truth. They don't want to be confronted with the reality of their decisions. They don't want to have accountability like the other girl. She just blocked me on Instagram because I called her out for bringing up abortion in a public setting. It's like, chick, I just met you and you're already talking about your abortion. You're sitting your ass down to my friends' tables or my table and hanging out with my friends, and nobody even invited you, and then you bring up subjects that aren't really that cool, and then of course she blocked me. But nobody wants to hear that shit. They don't want to hear that they're responsible for having the sex that they had, and they don't want to hear that they're responsible for doing their research before they hook up with someone, and then they don't want to hear that they really do need a boyfriend, even though they're like, who needs a boyfriend? But you downloaded Hinge, you downloaded Tinder, you downloaded Bumble, you got all the dating apps, and you're trying hard to hit on all the dudes and make out with all the dudes, but you're over here going like, who needs a boyfriend? So there's just too much difference in what people are saying they want and what they really want and what they need in life. It's such a disparity that I had to say, what are your true intentions? You got to be really real with yourself and say, okay, what am I really doing this for, and why am I doing it? And then you got Saint's addiction. I had to get real with myself and say, okay, why am I chasing hoes? Or is it because my dad doesn't love me, or I don't feel like I'm worthy enough, or beep 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 beep, whatever the excuse was. You can fill in the blank. I had to go deep and ask myself, why am I starting a business? So I could be my dad's boss. And most people say, oh, I just want to be independent and I just do these things, and this is the reason I do them. It's like, what is your true reason of doing things? And then you get an orientation point, and that's the conversation I had to have with this girl. She didn't want to admit that she didn't do her research. She just was like, how was I supposed to know? And I'm like, well, shit, when usually when you meet somebody and an hour later they got their tongue down your mouth and got you bent over a couch, you're not going to know much. She's like, I waited 8 months, 8 long months before I felt comfortable to hook up with someone. And I was like, yeah, but you were holding court with 8 different dudes, and you didn't wait 8 different days to get to know if they're worth having courting for, or if they even had a girlfriend. Next thing you know, you're basically fucking some dude on the couch, and and you're shocked that everybody's judging you, or that you didn't do your research, and that there was some kind of repercussions for your actions. And I'm just shocked that you don't know that there's consequences to actions. I'm like, how did you get to this level of life without knowing that there's going to be something for it? Same way I told my friend, let's take the girls out of it because they don't want to think that they're getting picked on. And my buddy was sitting here, and I said, did you see it? He said, see what? And I said, did you see how your father lost his empire because of his addictions? His father was a, no names. His father was a owner of a, what do you call it? I guess Queen Latifah was there. What do you call it? A rehab center, right? And in the rehabilitation, um, she was getting rehabilitated for drinking or something, and then he was watching her or something. I don't know. Short version is that he ends up getting busted doing methamphetamines. He's got like this Chinese business partner that puts a camera in a cigarette pack, and the hooker he was hooking up with and doing the meth with filmed this event. And of course he lost his whole practice because he's supposed to be against drugs, and here he is doing methamphetamines with hookers, and there it is. And that's what I said, don't you see it? Don't you see whatever we do in the dark comes out in the light? Maybe it's been 8 months and you didn't trust anybody to get with, but you didn't do your research, and someone was going to send it. Oh, it got cut off. Someone was going to send it to his girlfriend. You didn't know he had a girlfriend because you didn't wait around long enough to find out. You didn't do any of your research. You didn't put any work into it to figure out why you don't have a boyfriend, or feel like you don't need a boyfriend, or why you're sitting alone on the beach and joining with other people. Why are you traveling without your boyfriend? Why are you mentioning that you're not having sex in public? Why are you speaking about abortions with strangers and then shocked that they have their own different opinions? How can you be so shocked that people have opinions of you when you were trying to fuck in public? Like, you can't be serious. You be pro, bro. Go bring that shit to your home. Bring it to the bungalow. Hit it up in the hammock. No one would have ever known. But since you wanted to be Queen Latifah on the couch, everybody saw it, bruv. And the only thing, and I said FYI for your information, the only thing that was next to you was a passed out Thai drunk girl. So it wasn't hard to see in a small club you making out with the dude heavy, because your legs are between, his legs are between yours, and it almost looked like you guys were fucking. And now you're shocked that you got busted, or people know, or gossiping. And I was like, how can you be so naive? How can you be so sheltered to not know that you are a part of your own accountability? They're trying to dip in and look in, and this ain't your property, bruv. Keep it pushing. And that's what it is. It's that this isn't my circus. It isn't my monkeys. And motherfuckers don't be acting right in the circus or the zoo. They're shocked that all the other monkeys saw them get the banana. And it's like, you're going to have some repercussions for your actions. There's going to be some jealousy from the other monkeys. Case in point, me. I thought I was going to be hooking up with you, and now you're hooking up with some other dude. And then you want my sympathy when you gave no sympathy to me and my feelings watching you make out with someone else, or get jealous with the other guy that I almost fought, or you just love the attention, so fuck it, whatever happens. And now all of a sudden it's your dad's death anniversary, 5 years of his death, and it's his death anniversary. You're feeling sad, you're having a bad day, you're storming away from me, and not an argument. I was just pointing out the facts that you weren't slick, and then she's mad at me because she wasn't slick. She walked away from me, couldn't handle the truth, and I'm just like, bruh, don't be shocked. You're not brand new. Apparently, you've lived here 10 years. No one knows who you are, but here you are with 10 years of experience. Especially when you're almost fucking on the couch in public at the fucking club. People are going to know that it's a small island and everyone talks and there's gossip and going around and everyone's not friends. How are you missing this? How are you going to say who needs boyfriends when all you do is stalk dude after dude after dude, constantly playing with your hair, constantly trying to look pretty, constantly trying to be at the party, butterflying from fucking flower to flower. This one's all with the curly hair who wants to go get cocaine. Saw him hooked up with it. He put his hand around the English bloke. I thought he blew it out, but then you went home with him. And then the other night, it was this other dude that just bought you a drink, but the poor dude's not going to get it. You just burn dudes and wonder why you don't have a boyfriend. I'm shocked by this revelation. How about the girl that's traveling alone? Doesn't have sex, but brings up that she has daddy issues and abortions and a boyfriend. Like, within the first 30 her and wonder why she's butting heads with other people in conversations, and there's people that she's blocking people, or she has no friends or needs to come over into other friend circles. How can you wonder? Same with Benny Mac. How can you be in shock that we're not getting along when you're constantly complaining or talking down to me, or being antisocial? How are you going to think that was going to fly even after I told you let's go our separate ways, even after I was uncomfortable with your complaining in the first place and went to my own different island? Why'd you have to come to this island? How are you shocked that it didn't go as well as planned after the last time? After we broke up in Bangkok, how did you think it was going to fare 2 weeks later or 1 week later when I still didn't like your attitude? I still didn't like the way you were talking to me, and I still don't like your dark sense of humor. So here we are. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just shocked by people's lack of accountability. These are just the three people. The girl that brought up the abortion and then had to block me because I had a different point of view than her, and called her out on her accountability, and that she did have a choice with her body. Your body does have a choice. It's to have sex or not. I'm serious. I'm serious right now. No other choices out there in life do you get to take back. Oh, I'm sorry, I broke into that um, uh, that prison, or that bank. I don't want to go to prison. There's a lot of guys that are regretful for their decisions in prison. There's people with families that care about them. They're people that were the support structure to their families are now long done and gone because of some regret, because of something they didn't go the way that they planned, and that not all that glitters is gold, and that sometimes you will have to actually face your consequences for your actions. I think about my ex killing our baby. I think about my child all the time, how close I came to being a father and being the happiest human being I could ever be. And I don't get to be that way anymore. My friend come up to me in the bar and he kept going, boom, baby, boom, rise, shine. And he missed the and shine, but he's rise, shine. Why don't you do it on Facebook anymore, Mark? And I'm like, because they would block my shit every time I smoke a spliff or a full weed joint from my friend's weed, which is actually excellent. I get flagged. Even now, I'm still getting flagged. I keep going into YouTube Studio and disputing the fuck out of the reviews. And 3 videos are ready to watch. Well, 2 cannot. And you're like, why? And you never get a straight answer. It's always a copy and paste canned answer. And it's whatever. It's just like one of these other things that you got to deal with in life. But I got to deal with it. All these other people are dodging their accountability. This other girl, Kim, she's never gonna admit that she just used me to fucking get information and get into the hierarchy of of Ko Chang, and become a socialite, and be seen by boys and be hit on by buddies that they're like, oh, Mark, totally try to cock block me and start conversations right next to me, right in front of me. I just introduced him to the girl and he went beeline for her, and then in the street went, oh, I'm not like that. I wouldn't do that to you. And it reminded me of a time someone else did that to me. I remember that I was with my friend Kimmy, and I told him, I'll go see my friend. She's having a party. It's Las Vegas. It's at the show across from Fast Lap. This Showtime area. It's really kind of cool theater. She's all dressed up like a flapper in the 20s and shit. She's got all her friends with her too. And when we leave, Kimmy's like, I'm not riding alone. Somebody ride with me. Well, I'm like, well, I drove. I'm driving my own vehicle. And he had his buddy with me. So I had 2 dudes with me. And he goes, I'll go. I won't do anything. And I thought, how guilty. If you're not going to do anything, you just don't do anything. You don't even have to announce that you're not doing anything. You just don't do anything. And to announce it meant that you already had a guilty conscience. And that's exactly what this dude did. And the next thing I know, he's off in the cut. Guess what? Now he's talking to the girls. And guess who's not reintroducing me to the circle? Guess who's not like, hey, Mark, come here. Come say hi to the girls. No. Now he's in alpha male mode. He's got all the attention that he wants. He went in there and tried to circumvent the cycle. So now I'm not going to introduce him to any more people. I know better now. I have accountability for my actions. I can't blame him for being the way that he is. I can't blame him for being a circumventing, backstabbing, snaky boy. That's just what he is. He's going to always be that kind of Australian, competitive, talk to all the girls, and then act like, nah, bro, I would never. In the middle of the streets, I would never step on your toes. I would never cross your dick. I would never fucking hit on girls that you introduced me to. You did it right in front of me instantaneously. You did it out in public and ignored me. Like you act like you didn't see me, or you only saw the girls that I introduced you to literally, and now all of a sudden you can't bring me back into the group. People see. We all see. Maybe we don't see ourselves. That's why Saint's addiction was so potent. Because I had to see my addictions. I had to see my habits. I had to see myself go through what my buddy said last night. He said pitfalls. He said falling into the same pits. And I was thinking, wow, we call them pitfalls, but okay. But you know what I mean? Like falling into the same pits of abusing himself. I said, what did you learn, bro? He said, I started treating myself better. I stopped abusing myself. You know, what else did he say? I want to get his words correctly. Uh, I stopped blaming my problems on other people and started to take accountability for it. Facts. Who's ever watching, hit that like and like, share, subscribe button. We gotta get these numbers up. This is just how the algorithm works. Honestly, I give a fuck if nobody watches the show at all. I just a guy in the middle of the jungle watching the sunset. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in my little bungalow traveling the world for the last year with no money and just watching sunsets, living in nature, being real about my shit. You know, got haters. I got haters. Got dudes burning my shirts in Finland. A dude burnt my shirt in Finland. I told him burn the shirts, and he did. He wore a mask and he burnt the shirts. He didn't even want to be found out. Some people are afraid of it, bro. My buddy loves it. From Australia, Duffy was like, "Oh my God, rise, shine! It's your morning marijuana motivation time." It even makes him not say it right and me stumble. That's why I started saying morning motivation. It's just because it's the motivation. You got to get motivated. We had motivated juice and all that other good stuff, but it's also um, getting stoned. Oh, Duffy and his appreciation for the show and asking me why I don't do it anymore. And I'm like, I've been doing it. I just been doing it on YouTube, bro. I do it differently. I'm not so shiny anymore since my unwanted abortion. I'm not gonna be pro-abortion. This chick says sat down and talked about it, and I feel like women should choose. And I was just like, you did choose to open up your legs, and anytime that happens, guess what? You're in danger of becoming pregnant. Just like that. And I said, just like this gentleman right here. He has a gun. He thinks he has a 6-shot crossbow and is gonna reach back behind. I told him to his face. I was like you can pre-program these break-ins. Like people have the worst irrational fears, and they get 80 guns and they barely reach for the one because they won't even be home by the time the person breaks in. And no, you're not gonna have the time because you're probably gonna be fucking, and then you got to be naked with your drawers around your ankles trying to reach for this 6-shot crossbow because they haven't used the crossbow in 16th century. But you're gonna be the one cracked shot, right, and reach it back in time to be able to shoot something that's been from the back of time and shoot it 6 times, and the guy's just gonna stand there like a fucking cup or a card out. Yeah, right, bro. Your dream, your vision is exactly the scenario that's going to happen. It's always oddball shit. It's always oddball shit, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's always some oddball chick that you just met, and then she comes into your circle and then starts talking about abortion. Or there's or the one that's got the porn star face but wants to convince people she's friends with everybody, but she's really a Leo and only wants the attention, is going to pick a man. And I saw her burn a dude right in front of me. I saw her burn a dude right in front of me, bro. Fuck, man. She told me that the London guy was her type, and she sure chose him. Did the other guy buy the drink? He sure the fuck did. And then he sat next to him, and then he sat like a space away, and then yeah, she left with the other guy, and I felt bad for the other guy. And then he shortly left, and I've been that guy. I've been the guy that's left with the girl. I've been the guy that's been sad and alone off to the side. Been there, done both, and that's what Saints Addiction's all about, bro. It was just like, admitting ultimate failures just to keep it real. And I guess the realer I got, the more Duffy shared my stuff. Here comes the mosquito. The more Duffy shared my stuff, and then he started introducing me to people last night. And he's like, "That's that guy with the show." And people were like, "I've seen you before." You know Apparently, the beard is famous. The girl said, "I like your beard and your face." I like compliments. Real compliments. Not no fake shit. You start identifying fakeness. You know. I asked why you drink so much. My spirit animal, my mom, my Norwegian mom, started getting feisty when she got drunk. She challenged everything. She was the ultimate contrarian, and I never saw her again. And you know what? She hid out because she loved to talk shit, but she didn't like to back it up. She was extremely confrontational when she was drunk, but after that, you wouldn't see her or hear from her ever again. And she was such a cool spirit till she got drunk, and that's how some people are. They show their saint side, and then they'll show their addiction side. You get what I'm saying right now? Anybody ever had a saint's addiction moment where you were showing your good side, and then something twerked on you, and you started to show your bad side? Has anybody ever experienced anything like that? I don't get to make friends with people until they've seen my bad side. You don't get to love me or appreciate me or pretend to be my friend until you've been through some shit with me. Have you gone to jail for me? Not that that's required, but would you rat me out? Not that I'm doing something to be ratting out, but are you that type of person? Are you monkey branching? Are you just using me so you can get ahead? You sure did. You're a clever girl. You came from White Sands Beach, moved quickly to Lonely Beach, booked yourself into the bungalow, found the British dude, and left with him the last night before you left. Clever girl. We're all after what we're after. I'm telling you right now, I live in Thailand. You'll see dudes go home with lady boys. They wouldn't do the job if there wasn't people to pick them up. For reals. How do you think about that? If someone wasn't selling the product, no one would be buying. Facts. We cut off the spigot, there'd be no spout. And that's what it's all about. It's like, what kind of adventure are you after? Are you a sexual adventure where you're just trying to fuck everything? And are you in a romance? Are you trying to pull out some jungle love? Or are you just trying to get attention? The girls are competitive as the boys. They want the best boys, and the best boys want the best girls. And some guys want to get a lot of girls, and some guys get no girls. I've been getting no girls. Seems like only the Thai girls like your boys saying something about it. I'm trying to be about it. My intentions are what I do. And so I keep clearing out these bungalows and making them ready. I'm trying to get this one ready by Christmas, 4 days out. And I mean, besides for my mom, yeah, I don't think my family really likes each other that much. Like to be squeezed into a room, people be at each other's throats. They be matching each other's energy. It becomes hostile. God forbid somebody becomes abusive, sticks up for themselves, or loses position. I don't know. But this is my first time reflecting actually at all on Christmas. It's been such a blast just being here. It's like being Peter Pan syndrome. The days just go by. The sun's already setting, and I haven't even left my bungalow. We're up to like 5 a.m. again last night, and it was a slow night. I was trying to go home since midnight, but friends kept coming, and Duffy came, and I haven't seen him in ages, and this dude was just fucking complimenting the shit out of me, and I was shocked, bro. I was shocked that a guy I met in Margaritaville like 10 years ago said, "Oh man, this guy never liked me." And I just said, "I hate answering the question of where I'm from." He was prodding, and he's a different character. He's a lot of energy. He's walking around barefoot. I got multiple videos of him dancing. He's crazy, right? But he's pure energy, right? This is the only place where pure energy like him can be a free spirit, dance wacky on the dance floor, dancing when no one's watching, feel the music, and literally let the music come out of you. that happen. And I'm hearing an airplane. I never hear airplanes in Coachella. Never, bro. Of course, when I'm live. No fucking way. Who's got a fucking plane, bro? You don't even know. You don't even know, bro. They say they party different in Ibiza. I don't know. I said, what's a week of all the same DJs but different venues? Ibiza venues being on an island. I think my topic, they said she's their professionals. I said, Vegas, we're professionals too. We have the same DJs. We pay them the same money. It's not like you're doing something brand new. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, we all have the same DJs. And we don't all live the same lifestyles, and we don't all act the same way, and we don't all have the same intentions. So I would just gather that my job is to figure out people's intentions faster. I would suggest that to be your job as well. Um, get to the heart and the nitty gritty of it. Not that you just don't want to waste time, but it's like combating energies, finding it harder to conflict with people, and people just bouncing off me or my ego or my vision or my stubbornness or try to talk me out of things that I want to do or I don't know. I guess I keep just saying they're not me, you know? They're not me. Not that because I have a show or that I have a brand, but you're not me the way I grew up or when they took care of me when the bike spilled or that they taught me Thai. And always take care of right now. That little butt hurt and that kind of energy hurts, you know? When people are supposed to be close to you shut you off and pretend like you don't even exist and then you're on their best. And it's supposed to be a partnership. What are your intentions? What's the plan? Get money out of the man, get him to build up the bungalows and just keep them? Probably. But then you'd have to owe me one on the next parcel of land that I want to really build my own bungalows and do my own thing. And that's a big dream because I'm looking at a lot of work right now, and that's my intentions is like to redo what's already been done. Impossible. But possible. There's possible and impossible. Let's see if we can will it. Let's see if we can't do some damage real quick. Just get 1, 2, 3 open before New Year. 1 at least before Christmas. And that'll be a big Christmas present. So that's what I've been doing. Just focusing. Partying. Dancing. Trying to heal myself. Not drinking. Everybody's shocked by it. And I was like, nah, dude. It's been a minute like that. I think I'm the only one that doesn't do it. And everybody says, thank you for being around. You're the reason I don't do cocaine right now. I was like, that was an honor. I was like, yeah, dude, I could talk you out of it. I said, thank you for welcoming me here and making me feel so comfortable. So it's just bipolarity. The homie sat down and started shooting me out about the fight that I had. And it was pretty confrontational. My mom and daughter were near me. I was like, bro, calm down. Mom's here, bro. I was like, really? What? And he was like, yeah, he's my familia. And I'm like, what, bro? I'm like, a minute ago, you're my family. And then he came back around, so I stood up so he wouldn't be near the mom. And he just started kissing me and hugging me. And he's like, my bala, speaking Thai to me. And even though he's Spanish, it's crazy, bro. Island politics, small island, small world. Try to keep my name out the mud, but I can't help but be me and keep it real. Island politics are a trip, bro. Actual trip, but yeah, meet some great people as well. Not all of them are gonna be your friends forever, bro. So that comes true too. Some people are just friends for 3 days. Some people are friends for a week. Some people act like they don't even know you. Some people are always at the same bar. Some people say I'm everywhere. But if I'm everywhere, they're everywhere. And I invited them everywhere. I hope he hooks up with her. I hope someone hooks up with her. But how she did it is just like, man, atrocious. It's only get what she wants. And all of us do that. Like Saint's addiction, we all just get what we want. If we practice hedonism, we have no discipline, and we have no restraint, everything goes to decay. You can keep drinking your life away, bro. Also looks like cocaine. There's some real realness to this. So that's what I was saying. Intentions, they kind of shine out in the end. Whatever you do in the dark comes out in the light. I swear for God. And let me get off this and practice some more of my intentions. For sure, for sure. Let me make it that powerful. Say, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? Who am I doing it to? Why am I doing it to them? And how can I do it better? That's your morning motivation. I'm embarrassed because my buddy Duffy might watch this, and he was so mimicking me last night. It was so fucking funny, man. Oh my god. Anyway, like, share, subscribe. Fuck it. Comment below. What are your intentions speaking into existence? It's almost a new year. I can see the ocean from here. A little blue line, a little hazy because there's so many trees, but I can see the ocean from here. These really are beautiful bungalows. Just need some fucking elbow grease and some investment. Let's see if I can do it. My intentions, 2024. Mark saying, peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Yeah. Yeah. Do that.